Hey guys, it's Jake here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a kill confirmed ground war gameplay on the map Resistance. Now before I get into the commentary, I do want to quickly touch on this gameplay because it is a pretty good gameplay by my standards, and I pretty much want to talk to you guys about what I actually did. So I actually go 40-8 in this gameplay and pick up an Osprey Gunner and the AC-130. Now what I did for most of this game is pretty much stay around this middle area of the map. That is something I usually do when I play this game, mostly this map. Most of the maps actually works very well. Staying to the middle of the map is definitely a very easy way to pick off kills. But especially on this map with this middle building, what I like to do is I rush to this middle building, pick off guys till I'm at around 7, 6, 5 kills. Really as soon as the other team is just figuring out that I'm in there and they're just chucking stuns and nades and things of that nature galore. That's when I like to slowly but surely just head out of there and move on to a new area. But other than that, really there's nothing else I do in this gameplay. You're going to see that every once in a while I don't pick up a dog tag, and that's because I'll be on a kill streak, and I'm not going to risk running out in the middle of the open just to grab one dog tag that eventually someone else will make up for by getting a kill. So don't think that I'm not trying to play the objective. I'm getting a lot of kills, and my teammates are picking up a lot of dog tags, but if I shoot someone across the map, I'm not going to go run out and get their dog tag. So let's get into the actual commentary. Today I'm going to be talking about my life as a homeschooler. For anyone who is unaware, I am actually homeschooled. I've been homeschooled since the beginning of 9th grade, and before you go in and start commenting saying you're a faggot who's homeschooled because you have no friends or because you're an antisocial freak who plays video games all day, I will say that you're right. You're right about both of those. I am an antisocial freak and I have no friends. No, I'm just kidding, but actually I did start getting homeschooled for medical reasons that I'm not going to really go into in this commentary because that's just for a totally different commentary. But yeah, guys, for any of you who are unaware, I am homeschooled, and I want to pretty much talk to you guys about my life and pretty much what I go through on a daily basis because it's very interesting. It's very different from the average person, and a lot of my friends, a lot of my YouTube friends, they all think it's pretty cool, so I want to tell it to you guys and see what you think of it. So let's get started. So pretty much I wake up around 9 o'clock to 9:30, depending on the day and depending on who wakes me up. If it's my dad, I usually wake up earlier. If it's my mom, it's usually around 9:30 because my mom likes to talk on the phone in the morning, so she lets me sleep a little bit longer, which is pretty nice, I got to admit. And from there, I pretty much wake up in the morning, do the average thing any other person would do, which would be eat some cereal. Now, once I'm done eating cereal, I go over and do some social studies schoolwork, which is pretty much just a textbook and a lesson like any other person would. All the lessons, all the textbooks, it's all like school stuff. It's just my mom purchases it herself instead of actually getting it from the school. Now, once I'm done doing social studies, I go ahead and I read. Now, I have to read every single day, and pretty much what I read is the same things my high school is reading. I don't know why. I think it's just because my mom doesn't know how to pick good books, so she looks on the high school website, my local high school, sees what books they're reading, and that's usually what I'll read. Now, once I'm done with that, it's probably around 11 o'clock, and once it's 11 o'clock, I usually like to chill and eat some food, just have a good old time, chillax, maybe go into a live stream, maybe make a commentary. It all just depends on the day, but once I'm done with that, I usually take about an hour break, which is a pretty good amount of time. And once I'm done with my little hour-long break, I go ahead and eat some lunch, whether it be some fast food if my mom's out and she goes and picks me some up, which is not too often, but it's a good treat every once in a while, or if it's just a ham sandwich like any other normal kid would eat at school. So once I'm done eating, I go ahead and I do my math work, and once I'm done with math, I'm pretty much done for the day. Now, you're probably thinking right now, that's only 3 classes. Don't most high schools take 4 or even 8? Well, actually, what we do is we take 4 classes each semester just for the fact that that's what my high school does, and if I ever go back to high school, I'll just be able to, get back into things the same way that I would have before. Now, what I do is the 4th class is actually called, quote-unquote, video editing, and what I do is just make commentaries. It's pretty much video editing. It's me just recording my commentaries, and it's pretty sick, and I really like doing it, and it's a great class, I'm not gonna lie. So, other than that, there's really no other classes I do. The only other thing is on Wednesdays and Mondays, I do online Spanish in an online class, which is pretty cool. What actually happens is a teacher meets up in this little quote-unquote programmed classroom thing, and a bunch of other kids connect to it, and from there we learn our Spanish. There's buttons to talk, buttons to raise your hand. It's like a virtual class. It's pretty cool, but it also takes some time to get used to. So now I want to talk to you guys about what you're probably all thinking is the gaming side, the gamer side of being homeschooled, the benefits. So the main benefits of being homeschooled is, number one, the fact that you can sleep. Now, for me, sleeping is a big thing because I'm the type of kid who loves to sleep. I will sleep all day long if you will let me. I will lay in my bed all day long. So being able to stay up a little bit later and being able to sleep a little bit later, that is a definite perk for me. The next thing is the food. I can pretty much eat whenever I want, and I eat a lot, so that's awesome because I don't have to wait till lunch. I can just go ahead and, Mom, I'm going to stop this for a second. I'm going to go get some food. Okay, whatever. It's all good. And it's very chill. It's very relaxed environment. It's not like school where you're totally stressed out about tests and things like that. And other than that, the only other really good thing that I can think of is the fact that I actually don't have homework. Now, that's not exactly the coolest thing in the world, but I know homework's pretty annoying and I don't have to have it. I pretty much do my schoolwork and that's my homework. So it's pretty simple. But the next thing I want to talk about is actually another thing that you're probably wondering that I just mentioned is tests. How do I do tests? Does your mom just go, here you go, do the test, and I cheat on it and get a 100 every time like the average homeschooler would do? Well, no, my mom likes to play by the rules. My mom does not want to cheat me out of my education because she wants me to get into a good college and she cares for me, so I guess that's a good thing. But what I actually do is, I take a test like any other normal person would take a test, and once I'm done with the test, I give it to my mom. She grades it, she tells me what my grade is, and we're done. If I get a B, I get a B. If I get a C, I get a C. If I get an A, I get an A. My mom is not the person who is just like, okay, whatever, it doesn't matter. Here's 100, good job, move on to the next one. That never happens. I think maybe a couple times I haven't done the greatest, and she thinks that I could do better, so she says, if you can correct these questions right now, I'll give you half credit for them. So that's happened a couple times, but nothing too big. And the last thing, the number one thing, my favorite part about being homeschooled is gotta be the fact of how quick the whole entire day is. Now, if you're like me, and I'm not going to try and brag when I say this, but I'm more on the brighter side. I'm not exactly a dumb kid. I'm a pretty quick learner. I get good grades in school even before I was homeschooled, and I was always pretty smart. I always picked up lessons and things like that pretty quickly. So for me, it doesn't take long to get a lesson. Once I'm done with the lesson, the other stuff is just kind of icing on top of the cake, if you know what I'm saying. So I don't really need it, but it's kind of just there because all the other kids might need it. And that's what I really like about homeschool. You can take as much time as you want or as little time as you want. And with me, it doesn't take that long because I can do my lessons quickly, I can do them the correct way, and then I'm done for the day. Now, the last thing I want to say is pretty much just talk about my social life with homeschooling. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, do you still hang out with your friends? Do you see your friends at all? Of course I do. I only remember, guys, started getting homeschooled in 9th grade, so all through 8th grade and under, I had friends that I still know and still hang out with to this day. It's not like it's awkward. It's not like I'm some antisocial kid who has no friends and has been homeschooled since he's 4 years old. No, I have plenty of friends. I live in a neighborhood. I hang out with my friends all the time, every single day pretty much. And I just wanted to quickly get that out there to you guys who are probably thinking, he has no friends and this is why he's commentating. But last but not least, I want to just say my number one thing that really is cool about homeschooling is the fact that it got me into commentating. Now, commentating was really just a little thing that I started off as a hobby once I started being homeschooled, but it's turned into this full-blown, almost business. I'm so close to getting that partnership. I'm really just trying my hardest right now to find someone to talk to. That is the main thing I like about this is the fact that I can have the time and have the time of the day to get all these things done that a lot of kids have to struggle doing a commentary and trying to do their schoolwork and all that other stuff. That's the number one reason why I probably like homeschooling. But now for one video you may have missed, here we have a video where I actually talk about just a little competition I'm going to be holding on my channel. It's a little bit of a holiday competition. Now, I would definitely urge you to check it out if you are a small commentator because it's going to be something you want to see, especially if you're a small commentator who's trying to look for a way to grow. This is the thing for you. So again, thank you guys for watching. If you could please leave a rating, that would be awesome. On the last two videos, we haven't gotten the greatest ratings, but I think you guys can really help me out on this one, and we could get some good ratings. Now tell me your thoughts on homeschooled. All I want to know is, what would you guys do? What would be the first thing you would do if you were homeschooled? Would you just scream? Would you be happy? Would you freak out and not do any of your schoolwork? What would your life be as a homeschooler? So tell me what you guys think. And again, thanks for watching.